Hey guys, Hopeless here, and this is the tutorial for the pause buffer method that I've been doing for Chauncey One Cycle. It's been pretty consistent for me, and I wanted to wait until I had some consistency in runs to be able to teach this because I didn't want it to be inconsistent and I couldn't answer questions or anything like that. So I'll show it off real quick. And that is what it looks like. I'll do it a couple more times to prove consistency. It's two. I'll do it one more time. That's three. So pretty consistent. I'm using GadWarp for this emulator just to be able to practice. You can do it on console as well. You can practice on GadWarp there, but you'll have to watch the cutscene every time, or you can do the Chauncey cutscene skip. But it's much more efficient to practice on emulator, even though eventually you have to transfer to console because the console does kind of have different frame rate as opposed to emulator. It does different. It feels very different on emulator than it does on console. So um, I'll make this short. You just normal one cycle unbuffered. You're basically listening to the sound, and once Chauncey's sixth cry starts, you let go of R and repress R really fast. You like the letting go and repressing has to be one frame within each other. But for this strat, all you're doing is just pausing on that frame instead of letting go and repressing, which makes it much easier because now you're just relying on a one frame trick rather than, you know, having to do two frame perfect inputs back to back. So Chauncey's cries, you can hear them. I'll count them out for you. 1 2 1 2 1 2. And you're trying to pause at the beginning of that last one, the sixth one. So you can count them 1 through 6. I do 1 2 1 2 1 2. So this is how I do it in my head. So 2 1 2 1, and then 2 is about to start there. So I pause, and the strat now is just, if you think you got the pause, then you just let go of R during the pause buffer one frame by pressing B start really fast, and then you repress R and then grab it again. So there it didn't work because I was one frame too early. You want to aim for like being able to hear the sixth cry of Chauncey before pausing. It's kind of like you have to anticipate the pause just because, you know, pressing the start button at the same exact time that you hear the sound isn't very I don't know, you can't do both at the same time. You probably can, but like, you know, your reaction speed is not the same as doing that. So try it again. So there I heard it, but if you were able to tell, Chauncey had some sparks flying, which means I held R too long. So you see those sparks there. I unpaused and then paused the emulation. So you'll see these sparks right here. Means you were too late. So I can pause on the next frame, but at that point it doesn't really matter because he already broke off, which means I paused too late. If you pause too early, then so there you like I didn't even hear the sixth cry, and like the fifth one was barely finishing. So if I were to, it shouldn't work because I didn't pause in the right frame, but I'll try it just for fun. Let go of R on do a pause buffer and then repress R. But yeah, that one doesn't work. So it's in between those two, like being early and late. If you are early, you can still salvage it because you can keep pause buffering while still holding R. So I'll try to show that off instead of like, you know, immediately letting go of R during the first pause. You just keep holding it and then pause buffer. So here I'm like way too early. I don't know exactly how early I am, but I'll save state. So you keep holding R if you're early and you want to save it. You keep holding R, on pause and repause, and then I'll do it for one frame just to show now that I was probably earlier, but if you're like one frame early, then that's what you would do, and then let go here, unpause, repause, and grab it again. Pretty sure I was way more frames early. So I'll try 2 frames now. So, what's this, third one? Yeah. This 1, 2, then let go, and then repress. Still too early. So, try it again with 3 frames now. 1, 2, 3, let go, and then repress. Still too early. 1, 2, 3, 4, let go, repress. Still too early. So you can see I paused way too early. And you can even hear the 6th cry coming out there. So I mean that was way too early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I advanced 2 frames during one of those. Yeah, I paused 2 frames or 4 frames too early for that one. So you can see you can still save it, but you just kind of have to tell how many frames you were early. And over time, if you practice it a lot, you'll start to understand how early you were and where exactly you got it, or when exactly you got it. So yeah, let me know what you think. I know it's not perfect. It's not as easy as everyone hoped it was. Maybe somewhere down the line, someone finds a better strat or easier strat, but as of right now, I think this strat loses very little time and gives you a lot more consistency for runs. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll put my Discord down on YouTube if you need it, or if you already have me, you can find me on the LM Discord. You can message me through there. If not, I'll answer comments if you have one to put down below. Thanks for watching, guys.